It sounds like it makes a lot of sense to have a third-party entity in for communications and engagement rather than a firm trying to take it in-house. Could you maybe elaborate on that a little bit more?
I think it's an excellent point, actually, yeah. So in reVerb's role, sometimes we are playing kind of that intermediary. So if I'm with the city, I have a very set idea about how I want things to be. But I'm a communications person. Maybe I'm not a specific expert in industry or the various technical fields or disciplines or why they're doing what they're doing. I just kind of want to come out and do my job per the city communications profile. And that doesn't always line up with a project. Cities and the nature of public service tends to be service oriented to begin with. And on a project like this, you kind of have to have a project orientation if you're going to be successful. Now, it's not to say that the two are incompatible, but again, they quite often have different goals. So reVerb's able to come in and kind of understand why the city wants the things it does and be respectful of that. But we also, existing in private industry, know what the private sector is after, know what those motivators are.
Take us somewhere on the project. What's maybe a fun, interesting anecdote from some sort of an engagement, and really the reason why communications and engagement is so important?
So projects like this, because they can go for so long. I mean, this was literally about a 15-year project from start to finish, and people often don't understand just how long these projects go, right? Where you can have the entire staff changeover. I spent about 11 years on it myself. When I started the project way back in 2012, we had a community in Riverdale that was very pro-sentiment for the project. For various reasons around 2013, that shifted and the community was not happy that we were taking out their footbridge, what they call their footbridge, but which was a pedestrian footbridge. Crossing between Riverdale and Cloverdale, and there was a lot of time invested in trying to communicate the rationale for the removal of the bridge, what the bridge would be replaced with, that it was going to be an even better bridge, so to speak, with better pedestrian and cycling access, and that this was all part of the River Valley development to the public in that area. It got a little fraught at times. We had protests, we had other things happen that...
Actual protests?
Actual protests, yeah. We had a few people that were escorted eventually off-site by police, so it did get tense. I think most of the community was pretty accepting by the time we got into early construction, but we definitely had a few holdouts. That said, there was a lot of work done to kind of discuss with them and educate and manage and meet with the community leagues and explain what was going on, and still had some issues that arise from construction, and so that's kind of an ongoing process of respecting stakeholders and trying to keep them informed and working through problems. But at the end of that, when we did get the bridge built up, we were able to work with both the Cloverdale and the Riverdale communities. They decided they wanted to have a sort of togetherness ceremony, and so we assisted in them getting a brass band and a big community celebration, and we just had a wonderful event where both communities rushed across the bridge as it reopened and managed to meet each other in the middle, and it was kind of a happy day for the project after what had been sort of a difficult area, and it's certainly a public pinch point for opinions about what the project was doing and how it was doing it.
That's a beautiful symbol. I really like that.